Hello and welcome again. As you have decided to go for the NVIDIA certification, it's important that you must have a concrete action plan, an action plan that will lead you to the success. So, let me share the action plan I had while preparing for this certification examination, and I hope that will help you. So, first of all, I have divided my preparation duration into 4 to 5 weeks and divided the tasks amongst these weeks. For example, week 1, I spent in understanding the core concepts like core machine learning and artificial intelligence, experimentation, software development, data analysis, and trustworthy AI. These are the core concepts as per NVIDIA's study guidelines. So, what I did is I spent consistently 3 hours per day. Out of these 3 hours, morning 1 hour I spent around getting an overview of the topic, and evening 2 hours I dived in depth into the subject. Now, within the day, I have my 8 to 9 hours of office work, and I tried to find 3 hours beyond that. So, this way, it helped me set a good understanding of the subject in the first week. Then I moved on to week 2. Week 2, I invested my time in suggested readings as suggested by NVIDIA in the study guide. As you can see, for each of the core topics like core machine learning and AI or experimentation, there are a list of suggested readings. Sometimes these readings are quite exhaustive in nature. So I did not want to leave any stone unturned. So I spent entire week 2 in studying all these suggested readings and try to understand how they are related to the core topics. What does it talk about? What could possibly a question that might be there in the exam out of these suggested readings? Then I took it to week 3, where I started my practice test. In week 1, I understood all the concepts. In week 2, I did the suggested readings. And week 3, I was all set to appear for the practice test. Practice test, you can buy it from Udemy, you can search in YouTube, or your self curated ones, or any other online practice test you might have purchased. You can practice them. Once you practice them, you can make a self assessment of where you stand in terms of your confidence level, in terms of your knowledge level. And based on that, you can find out the areas of confusion, areas of improvement, and so on. Then you can also see you might have missed some of the topics. So, what you can do based on this finding, you can study the subjects again, you can clarify your doubts, and appear for the practice test once again to see if you have overcome those areas of difficulties. You can select an unseen practice test and see how you're doing in there, just like your machine learning. So the expectation is by end of week 3, you should be absolutely confident that okay, you have done your homework, you have studied the core subjects, the suggested readings, and you're good in your practice test as well, scoring at least around 75 to 80% with clear understanding of the concepts. Now this takes you to week number 4. Week 4, I focused entirely on revising the entire topic. So I said revision, revision, and revision for the entire. So there was no specific, guideline on how I would prepare, but I covered almost all the subjects in this particular week. That is week 4. And finally, I'm ready for week 5. That is my exam week, where I was a little bit of relaxed and getting ready to appear in the exam. So this was my plan of action. What was key was it should be consistent and disciplined. I hope something like this might work for you as well. So whatever way it suits you, prepare an action plan that will support in your preparation. Thank you.